Due to the extreme danger, wilderness experts were present off camera to provide survival and emergency aid. Alaska, beautiful, extreme, dangerous.
What did this used to be?
There's been a bear here.
4 groups of people have volunteered to leave modern life and attempt to survive in the wilderness for 3 months.
Uh-oh, he didn't like that.
What happens when people are equipped with a basic ration of dry food, simple tools, and a crude shelter? When their only source of vital protein has to be stalked, killed, and butchered? How will their bodies and their minds react?
Stop it!
I challenge anybody to try this.
4 groups, 3 months in the wilderness.
I guarantee you, your spirit will be broken.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the Alaska experiment. Less than a month into this epic test, the groups have learned Alaska's a hard and unforgiving place.
Everything about it is difficult. Getting food, getting shelter, getting heat, it's all work.
It's all about survival in a land where nothing comes easy. 2 groups are in the Chitna Valley in Alaska's rugged interior. The others are along the bear-infested coast of Icy Bay.
There's really nowhere to hide from an animal that big.
I am really hungry for meat.
They realize their small ration of food won't be enough.
The more days that go by and the hungrier we get, the harder we're willing to fight for food.
Living on the edge, cut off from the modern world, it's a race against time. Gathering food, water, and firewood is their top priority.
When the environment turns much more harsh, it'll mean the difference between living and dying.
It's late summer, and every group is feeling the change in the air. The days are getting shorter and colder, and Alaska's wildlife is on the move. Down on the coast, along a beach inside Icy Bay, Jeff Frederick and his girlfriend Elizabeth Widmeyer have already seen a bear.
I'm gonna try the bear myself.
Go for it. Uh-oh, he didn't like that.
Which has them worried, considering they're living in a canvas wall tent.
It's so scary to realize not only is there really nowhere to hide from an animal that big, we're living in a canvas tent which he could walk through in a heartbeat. You feel defenseless completely.
It's a good bank right there.
Their worry, however, is no match for their hunger, so they head out again to catch fish.
You've always got to have your eyes open and you've always got to have your head on a swivel, constantly glassing tree lines and looking into fields and the edges of water until you see the food chain up close and that giant head peeking up through the grass. Very humbling, very intimidating.
The last time they went fishing, Jeff had trouble with the rod and reel, so he started using his hands.
No.
Now, it's Elizabeth's turn.
Good luck. I'll be here with the net.
The more days that go by and the hungrier we get for protein and in general, the harder we're willing to fight for food. So, yeah, the salmon's fighting for its life, but so are we.
It's critical they catch fish. The lack of protein in their diets has already had an effect. Their weekly medical tests showed Jeff's lost about 12 pounds and Elizabeth's dropped 7.
There's a big boy right there.
Oh yeah, I see him.
Why don't you come in from behind him? Take your time. Squeeze harder than you think you need to squeeze, too. Like you're thumb wrestling me. He won't bolt at first. Holy cow.
They move fast to gut and bleed the fish before it attracts any bears.
Careful of his teeth. They are very sharp.
We're fighting for every morsel of food, really, especially protein. You know, that's what we're lacking. That's what we really need to bring in.
Do a little further back.
But they don't have enough. A few fish won't last them through the winter, and the salmon run's almost over.
See that? That's the artery right there. As humane as it gets. Welcome to the food chain.
Everyone should have to do this.
Yep.
The end of the salmon run for us is bad news. It's essentially the end of our day-to-day protein supply. And without that, we're going to be a lot hungrier, and it's going to be harder for us to recover from our really hard work days.
90 miles northeast in the Chitna Valley, survival expert Paul Claus and his wife Donna are flying to Hawkins Glacier to meet Greg and Bernice Pearson, where they will get ready for a goat hunt. Known for his legendary bush skills, Paul's agreed to mentor the volunteers. He's piloting his small single-seat Super Cub. It's been stripped down to make it light enough to take off and land in places where planes got no business being.
How's it going?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hello.
Donna has brought Greg and Bernice a loaf of home-baked bread, a wilderness tradition that falls outside the rules of the experiment. But since it contains no protein, they're allowed to keep it.
Well, we brought a couple of guns along here to do a little gun 101 here.
Okay.
We brought a .338 Winchester Magnum. This is a high-powered rifle, and I'll just show you some stuff about the gun now. This is bolt action. You can kill anything Alaska's got. People have killed elephants with this round. It's a serious, serious weapon. The chamber is where the bullet goes when it's ready to fire. And since you haven't been around guns, I'm going to show you something.
Greg's never handled a gun before, much less gone hunting. This expedition will be a test of skills Greg's not even sure he has.
Well, hunting mountain goats, especially in this area, I would call the toughest hunting there is in the world. It's very, very dangerous.
A goat hunting expedition can be a risky endeavor. The animals live high in the mountains, sometimes as far up as 10,000 feet. They're partial to rocky cliffs, and finding one is difficult, let alone shooting one.
Wow. It's as rugged as you can possibly get. It's life and death. Stand right there and just look through the scope first, offhand.
I've never been hunting before. I was, a little nervous, a little apprehensive, but I have pride and, I want to make sure that I get food for Bernice and I. As a man, I don't want us to go hungry.
I'm really worried about Greg. I'm hoping that he's able to bag a goat so we can have some meat, but that's kind of the last thing on my mind right now. I'm just worried about him coming back safely.
All we'd have to do...
Greg and Bernice both need more nourishment. Their weekly medical tests showed Bernice has lost 4 pounds, and Greg's lost 11.
I don't want to eat oatmeal and beans the rest of these 3 months while we're here, because I want some meat.
It's late summer in the wilds of Alaska, and with the days growing shorter, they're also getting colder. In a few weeks, it'll look and feel like winter, and right now it's a race against time to prepare for the coming freeze. Down on the coast at Icy Bay, Dennis Wise and his daughters Jennifer and Carolyn are living in an abandoned fishing shack a stone's throw away from the beach. They're sharing this remote environment with one of Alaska's largest bear populations. They're here for the salmon, which annually choke this area's rivers as they run upstream to spawn. Alaska records more bear attacks than almost anywhere on the planet. Since 2000, brown bears have killed 6 people in Alaska and injured dozens more. The Wise family has been avoiding bears, but now they need more nourishment. Their weekly medical tests show Carolyn and Dennis have both dropped 10 pounds, and Jennifer's lost 3.
Let's go right down the trail.
Go ahead and do some fishing.
Good for that? Don't have a choice. Stay here and keep the bears away from the cabin.
Lock it.
Despite living in the bear's backyard, Dennis and his daughters head out to fish.
Keep your eyes out, girls. Keep talking. I'm worried about bears. I've been making a lot of noise. Every now and then, I take a pause and holler for the bears and tell them not to share my space. Yo, bears, stay away. Now, do you all know how to use spinning reels?
No.
You put your finger against here.
Like the Wises, the bears are also in a race against time, gorging on the salmon to fatten up for hibernation.
What the hell is with this thing?
Stay away, bears. Got one. Yeah, set it hard. Wait. Let him run.
Bears have a keen sense of hearing and smell.
All right.
The sound of a fish slapping the water or the scent of its blood could attract them. So the Wises kill the fish quickly and rinse it in the cold water.
Bears, stay away from here. This is my fishing hole. It's very important for us to catch as many as we can because of the simple fact that it won't be long before these fish quit running. They won't be here anymore. The season is short. Once their spawning is done, they're gone. We're going to keep going.
There are few better wilderness food sources than salmon. Each fish has got between 5 and 10 pounds of protein and fat-rich meat.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it is.
They'll can them and eat the meat later when food's harder to find.
It was a pain to reel in. I mean, it was just hard to pull it in, but knowing that we'll have fish for later, you know, it might get kind of boring eating the same thing, but at least we'll have food.
90 miles inland is the Chitna Valley. A few weeks from now, it'll be frozen. Temperatures could plummet to 40 below, so cold that even the trees will freeze. Afraid of the coming cold, Tim, Alan, and Jasmine have agreed that staying warm is their first priority. So they've cut wood all day, every day.
We were concerned about the coming winter. Obviously, having enough fuel is going to be important, and how we survive. It motivates us to get up every day and make cutting wood a priority.
Their medical tests show they're all losing weight. Alan's lost 7 pounds, Jasmine's lost 9 pounds, and Tim's dropped 10.
She's leaning back.
Felling trees is dangerous business. Logging is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, and Tim, Alan, and Jasmine have no logging experience, so the risk to them is even greater.
How is she not going down? Oh shit, look, you turning the tree.
Here, stand up here in this.
Jesus.
Is he leaning on another tree?
I think so.
She's leaning back. She's going. She's going. Oh, no, 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 not there. Oh, wow. Wait.
Oh, my God.
A little scary to hear how much wood we need.
We're burning through about 12 logs a day right now. It's going to get much colder. We're going to have way less hours of daylight to be able to cut wood, so we're working extra hard right now.
Jazz is going to collect all the branches in a spot to be taken back upstairs. We use it for kindling.
To keep the small cabin warm, they'll need about 5 tons of wood, and they've only got about 6 weeks to get it. That translates to the 3 of them collecting about 250 pounds of wood a day. It's backbreaking and often frustrating work.
The blade's bending, that's why I can't get, see? The blade's bending so the teeth get caught.
Well, don't break the handle. Don't force it.
Let's do the strokes short.
No way.
Shoot.
Still about 9,000 pounds short of their goal, they break their most important wilderness tool.
Without that saw, we're going to be limited on how much firewood we can really cut. We've got to think of some way of repairing this piece of equipment so that we can effectively cut enough wood.
I know what to do. Dang.
"90 miles northeast, Paul and Greg have flown in and climbed 1,500 vertical feet up the Wrangell Mountains. They're searching for mountain goats, and Greg's struggling.
So there's a lot of different factors that have to come into play before you can get a goat. They live in a tough place. It's steep slopes combined with being rock hard. It makes things very, very dangerous.
Mountain goats are on constant lookout for predators. They're always looking down to spot whatever might be climbing up to hunt them. To fool them, Greg and Paul don white coveralls so that from a distance, they'll look just like another goat.
Oftentimes we wear white, kind of tames the animals down. It really doesn't fool a wise old billy or a ram, but oftentimes it'll let you get close enough to get within shooting range. Sometimes it makes a difference.
This better be one tasty goat, because my legs are like rubber. I'm hurting right now.
At the top of the ridge, they spot 2 goats. But while Paul Claus is the hunting guide, it's Greg's job to make the kill.
No, you've got to be steadier than that.
I'm trying to get in position here.
Don't roll that down on top of us. There's a term called buck fever, and that's where you get nervous and you can't hold the gun straight. And I can do a lot to calm the person down. Here comes Mom on the skyline. That's the shot right there. Right there, that would be the shot. There's another shot right now. Boom. Yeah, it should be a shot. Are you on it? Okay. You need to right away find a spot that you can get solid shot from, because now it's over.
There isn't time to get another shot off. Suddenly, a surprise snowstorm blows in. Afraid of being stranded in a whiteout, Paul quickly calls off the hunt. They try to return to Hawkins Glacier, but Paul feels landing in that rough terrain in bad weather is too dangerous. He makes an emergency safety call and takes Greg back to his place for the night. To help preserve experiment protocols, Greg will stay alone in the cabin. The food he's given won't impact the results. Less than a month into this epic test of survival, the wilderness is proving to be far less forgiving than anyone would have imagined. The days are already nearly an hour shorter, and with maybe 6 weeks left before winter sets in, everyone's racing to stock up enough food,
All right!
water, and fuel to see them through the coming freeze. But at Flower Lake, that race has come to a standstill. A broken saw has cost them precious time cutting wood.
We could just create the handle around that thing itself and then put a hole through it and then use 2 bolts to go through each side. And then we're going to use the wood and just slide it over this. And then we're going to drill 2 holes through it here. Without that saw, we're going to be limited on how much firewood we can really cut. So we've got to think of some way of repairing this piece of equipment so that we can effectively cut enough wood. I have no idea what we're going to do if we can't fix this saw. 3 things working for us now, by the way.
Dude,
I didn't realize it happened at the time. We've got a little bit of brace from each of these pinching so tightly against here.
Lovely.
Haven't put a second screw through yet.
Okay.
But this wood is really soft, so I don't know how it's going to hold up.
Let's just test it. Ready?
Yep.
Moving nice, dude. Putting you in for Woodsman of the Month.
The saw gets fixed, but a bigger problem looms. They're a day behind schedule, and winter won't wait. Back at Icy Bay, the Wise family is spending the day inside the abandoned fishing shack, preserving their 16 salmon by canning it.
So do we just want to work in a circle around the kettle?
That works. We got ourselves a system now. It's something that's really important, and if we can it right now and preserve it, then it'll stay good and we'll be able to cook salmon through the winter.
Is it an inch from the top?
Yes.
Top? Okay.
An inch from the top. Yeah, the winter is long. It's going to be long, it's going to be cold, it's going to be dark, and there's going to be nothing out there to give us protein. And it's just going to be real hard to get by if this salmon doesn't can properly.
It's not a difficult process, but they'll need to be careful to can it correctly. Botulism's the worry here. It's a bacterial poisoning that can cause paralysis and even death.
I've been reading the instructions. From that, I've been able to figure out, how to use the pressure cooker, best way to can fish, the best way to get everything taken care of. Always tighten down 2 wing nuts at once. Steam vent.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to vent steam for 7 minutes, okay?
Okay.
What we're doing when we vent the steam for 7 minutes is exhausting it so it will pressure cook and get the vacuum seal on the cans.
Every year, an average of 110 people die from botulism poisoning in the United States after eating tainted food.
Here we have it.
Please tell me they look the same.
They're sealed.
Yeah, those are all sealed.
With their salmon successfully canned, the Wises are a step closer to surviving the Alaskan winter. 7 miles inside Icy Bay, Jeff and Elizabeth are also trying their hand at canning.
All right, let's see how we did.
Cool enough to the touch. It's been a couple hours.
No steam.
We got some seals. We got some no seals.
When I was putting the lids on, how I was just taking both parts of the lid and flipping it over.
Right.
I probably should take the first part and make sure it's seated on the jar.
Really well.
That's probably what went wrong.
I think so.
They failed to preserve half their catch, and with the salmon run over, there's no way to make up for the mistake. Back in the Chitna Valley, Greg and Paul begin their second goat hunt. This time, Bernice has flown in with them, but will wait at the base of the mountain.
Love you.
Be careful.
I will.
Their first hunt was interrupted by bad weather, so they follow the same exhausting route back up the mountain and hope for better luck.
Have fun. Be careful. Good luck.
I kind of had mixed emotions. One, I knew what was in store for me, so I was kind of hesitant and scared. But I wanted to go and get a goat and provide for my family.
This would be a tough climb even for the most experienced mountaineer. Greg's more than 60 pounds overweight, and he's never spent time in the mountains.
Here, as far as size of mountains, these are bigger by a long ways. Even University Peak here has more vertical relief than Everest does. That's as rugged as you can possibly get. Think about your steps. In some places you have to go pretty fast. Like right through here.
Paul told me, you got to really, stay balanced and keep your legs underneath you. And I'm thinking, 20 years doing concrete, my legs are shot, and I just don't have the legs to go make that hike. I slid a few times and looked down at 1,200, 1,500-foot cliffs. It kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Greg can turn back any time, but that would mean going without much food for the next 3 months.
Come on, Greg. Come on,
I kept telling myself mentally, 15, 20 times, tell myself, how far can you push yourself?
Across that one, don't slip in, you're gone there. Keep your head up from loose rocks coming down. You always be thinking of where you could duck for cover. Paul's got to check and see if there's another route because it's pretty steep and it's all rocks. If we fall, we're hitting rocks all the way down. A lot of different factors that have to come into play before you can get a goat. You got to be able to get into the terrain where the goat's living. It's a place that you really need to have mountaineering experience, and Greg didn't have it.
There's no way around the cliff, so they'll climb. Greg is near his breaking point.
Sashay around here.
My mind is telling me I want to do this, and my body's just going, how the hell are you going to go up that freaking climb? How the hell are you going to do this?
Due to the extreme danger, wilderness experts were present off camera to provide survival and emergency aid. It's late summer, and all the groups are racing against the clock. It won't be long before winter sets in. The wild game will be harder to find, the water will be frozen, and it'll be too cold to cut wood. At Flower Lake, Tim, Alan, and Jasmine are rushing to make up for lost time. A broken saw cost them a day cutting wood. Now, exhausted and hungry, their nerves are frayed.
Hey, you see that? I didn't do anything that time, and it didn't stay on the wood. Oh, and as you go with it, push down. Not a lot. No, so you can't let the bend break. I mean, the blade bend.
Well, that's why I'm putting my hand here to keep the blade straight. I'm going through.
Right. Listen, as you're pulling, I'm going with you, but I'm putting a little bit of downward pressure to ensure that the blade stays on the wood.
That's what this hand was for.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you that this hand was for the whole time.
Yeah, but it seems like it's bending the blade.
Well, no, my blade's never bent.
I'm trying not to work as hard, that's all.
No, dude, we agree to disagree, and we can work through this.
See?
Let's not argue out here. Let's just do what we gotta do.
Fine.
Pull.
The Alaskan winter won't wait for Tim and Alan to solve their differences.
It's not about a way. Whatever we do, the blade has to stay on the wood. That's all.
Meanwhile, over at Icy Bay,
Hey, Elizabeth, I'm gonna go clamming. You wanna come?
Yeah.
the salmon run is over, and Jeff and Elizabeth are scrambling for food.
It's essentially the end of our day-to-day protein supply. We've been relying heavily on the salmon run for our protein. It's not a very low tide, but let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
We're going to do almost anything we can to get protein at this point. That's why we're looking to the ocean hard right now to try to come up with something to replace the salmon run.
I think our eyes have to get used to finding those holes again.
They're looking for small air holes in the tidal wash that mark a clam's location.
Anything at all?
No.
But as a replacement for salmon, clams are a poor protein substitute. One large clam provides 15 calories and just 2.5 grams of protein. Finding a clam uses almost more energy than it provides.
Unfortunately, the high and low tides are on cycles here, and we are at the highest of the low tides so that the mud flats aren't exposed as much as they usually are. So our clamming endeavor was unsuccessful. Talk about a bummer, huh?
It's one thing to dig a hole and strike out. It's another to not even see a hole to dig.
With spirits low and bad weather moving in, Jeff and Elizabeth seek shelter. There, Jeff has prepared a birthday surprise for Elizabeth.
Yeah, that looks right.
Little oats. Is that cool?
These birthday pancakes are gonna be delicious.
You only turn 24 once.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it memorable. I think it'll make making these pancakes a little easier if I give you your birthday present now.
Okay.
Okay. You want the card first?
Yes.
Card.
You went all out.
And here's your birthday present.
Oh, you were fantastic.
I signed for everybody.
Yeah, you did.
I knew they couldn't be here.
You're fantastic.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So hurry up and open your present so we can use it.
It even has a hole.
It's half spoon, half spatula. It's a spootula.
This is perfect. Just what I wanted.
Good.
Ah, you look great.
A little bit of honey.
Perfection.
Hot griddle cakes.
Incredible.
Wait. Happy birthday.
Perfection. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's like I'm back at brunch on Sunday in New York City. But I didn't have to pay $40.
In the Wrangell Mountains, high above the Chitna Valley, Greg and Paul are tracking a group of mountain goats. It's Greg's last chance to bring down a goat. Even though Paul's guiding him, it's up to Greg to climb the mountain and pull the trigger. The terrain is steep and dangerous. Now a thick fog has moved in, making the climb harder and even more perilous. It's more than 1,000 feet down from here, over boulders and cliffs to the valley below.
There's no doubt in my mind I was afraid. You know, I was scared of some of the ledges we walked across. You know, I mean, I don't do that stuff. And I just hear so many stories about people that have disappeared and had accidents. For crying out loud, goats die more falling off the hill than getting shot. So I was scared going up and down that mountain. I was scared of getting injured. I was scared of the hikes and the rock slides and the terrain that we had to go on. You know, I'm not in the best of shape in my life, and so, you know, to go up and down these rock scraped faces was, you know, was real scary.
You're doing real good. Just take it easy.
I was done. This was the last 30 feet I can go. You know, I needed my legs to get back down, so I was just getting ready to tell Paul, after I met him up at the top, that I don't think I can go any further, when he said, the goat's right out there.
We haven't spooked it. I think we're within shooting range right from here. Okay. Like a ghost.
I get in position to look at the goat through my scope, and you can't see the goat. So you could pull your head away and you could see the goat with your naked eye. It was kind of like a ghost floating in the background of the mountain.
It's a good shot there. If you feel like you can take it, try it.
I missed him.
Get another bullet in. Another bullet.
That got him. Oh, man.
The second shot found its mark, but the animals plunged 1,000 feet down the mountain.
Now we gotta find him.
I think he went that side of the cliff.
Greg and Paul will have to rush down to claim their prize before the bears do. Bears recognize gunfire and know what a falling animal sounds like, and will swarm the scene to feed on whatever they find.
Just play it really careful here. There's one little ledge here. We don't want to do what that goat did.
Looks from here like a very steep scree field. But yep, I see him going down, making some dust. When I saw him going down the scree fields, I just thought, you know, with his knee bothering him and then being out there in the danger, I didn't think it was a good combination. You know, one slip, he could have gone rolling down, so I really didn't want him to go.
My legs are just about done. I mean, I feel like rubber right now, and I'm just twisting and turning on every step. And, you know, there's just no easy ground here in Alaska.
That was a serious tumble. From here, it looks like there's hardly any blood on the outside. I can't imagine.
And then we saw the goat, and I mean, from 30 yards away, it was absolutely beautiful.
It knocked the horns off.
Oh, no kidding.
Knocked the horns off of it. Look at that. Both sides go down to the nubs.
Oh, goodness.
You grab the front end or the back end and see if we can walk it down.
They'll work fast butchering the goat. Even though they don't see any bears, they're almost certainly nearby.
I'm going to make a couple slits here. One on the inside of the leg all the way across here.
Okay.
And then one up the belly.
Okay.
You start in the inside, we're in the thickest.
They're attracted by the scent of blood, and it's not uncommon for bears to charge hunters as they're butchering an animal.
This is a really critical place that you use your finger like that, because otherwise you'll cut into the guts.
Pretty good stench there. Goat's got a smell to it. I mean, it is some smell.
Don't want to forget the heart. Not a very big heart.
I had mixed emotions about killing an animal, but, you know, it was about providing for me and my family.
I think we better call that good for now.
Okay.
Back out of here. Too old for this.
Back at Flower Lake, tensions are running high.
Well, if everyone had that attitude, we'd be a lot better off.
Well, we can go saw a little bit while this is cooking if you want.
No, I'm cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna go split some wood.
Okay.
The hard work, lack of food, and close quarters have frayed the edges of Tim and Alan's 7-year-old friendship.
I'm not sure about my relationship with Tim. I think that it remains to be seen. I think we've had a bit of a hiccup recently, and the fact of the matter is we have to work together. We are relying on each other, so it would definitely be a disadvantage to not get along.
Rain's coming down today. Moods are a little mellow. A little bit of cabin fever setting in. We're kind of cooped up inside, so we've decided to come out and cut a little firewood. Here's our little firewood stack we've been cutting from right here. Here's our kindling stack. This big stack needs to be broken up into a little stack like this, and then this little stack, along with this other stack, is the smaller wood. And then we place it underneath these tarps over here. And then as far as you can see too, you can see that our firewood stash is getting quite full here. We've got almost all the sides filled in. And once the sides are done being filled in, hopefully we can stop cutting firewood for a while. Over now.
90 miles to the southeast, at the mouth of Icy Bay, the salmon runs over, and the Wise family's preserved as much fish as they could. But they haven't had much to eat. Hungry and tired, and with so much left to do before winter, it doesn't take much to spark a conflict.
We can tear some of these, you know.
No, most of them don't, like, they'll snap, but then they won't come off.
Here.
Do you want a tip?
Huh.
If you come down at the V...
I know.
And you just decided not to do that before?
Well, with the smaller ones, it doesn't really matter, and it's hard to hold it at the top and knock stuff off at the top. You know me, I'm liable to cut my hand off.
Yeah, which is why I'm a little confused as to why you're doing the hatchet.
Okay, I'm out.
Oh, there's still plenty over there. You could get up and get some. Unless you just prefer to stay seated the whole time.
Excuse me, I slid off the thing. I'm squatting and picking this stuff up. Oh, okay, squatting. Sorry. So what you're doing? Because I'm actually taking a real load of real sticks. Jenny, will you please stop? What, you sat and now you're squatting. And then you said, I'm done, rather than getting more.
Put as much energy into work as you are arguing, we get a lot more done.
Hey, guess what, Dad? We are. Bite me. Guess what, Dad? Stay out of it.
Whenever there's a little argument between two people and the third person steps in to try and stop it, it gets into a giant argument. So we told Dad, shut up and mind his own business. And he really can't do anything about it.
Didn't we just have a discussion like a day ago? And we all agreed that things get worse when the third person jumps in, so the third person should shut his mouth? I'm pretty sure we did.
Funny, I remember that too.
We have a long way to go, and there's still going to be difficulties down the road. Hopefully we can work on that and make ourselves better people by trying to deal with it and not getting to the point where it gets too nasty.
Back in the Chitna Valley, Bernice decides to try her hand at fishing. And she's not the only one.
Oh my God, look at those bear prints. I saw large bear tracks and smaller bear tracks, meaning it was a mother probably and her kids, and that's really dangerous because if you get in between the mama and her kids, then she becomes very aggressive. So that was pretty scary. Hello, any bears here? I'm coming to get some fish. I'm coming to get some fish.
In the run-up to hibernation, salmon are a bear's preferred food. But there's a limited supply, and right now Bernice is competing with them for nourishment.
Got it. Got it. And I'd heard that if you're catching the fish and they're flopping around, the bears can hear that, and that's when they go and they look for the fish. And so every time I caught the fish and it was flopping around, I just wanted to get it on shore as soon as possible because I was afraid it was going to make too much noise and attract the bears. Okay, calm down, calm down. I don't have to kill it with something. I just went ahead and bopped it on the head as quick as possible just to get it to die so it would stop making noise so I wouldn't attract the bears. Okay. I didn't practice how to get these things out. Come on. Get out of there, guy. Ooh. I didn't expect to be able to get that opportunity or to actually be able to catch the fish. So I was really proud of myself, and I knew that we'd have some good food to have to eat in the next few months. Goodness.
It's late summer, and 4 groups have set out to survive 3 months in the Alaskan wilderness. It's a test of physical and mental strength. Back at Icy Bay, Jeff and Elizabeth are struggling to build a store of firewood for the coming freeze.
Plus, we're losing access to these because of the tide, so let's just do it.
Unlike the groups in the Chitna Valley, this part of Icy Bay doesn't have much standing timber, so they're forced to cut driftwood.
The sooner the better.
But their already difficult job is made harder by the incoming tide.
I'm not cutting anything.
No. It's okay. The middle of the saw is cutting. Just because you're not advancing on the outside of the log. That's why it's fatter in the middle.
They're tired, hungry, cold, and wet.
Grab the saw.
What we were cutting was just waterlogged, and we tried to make a go of it, but it was so waterlogged that our saw just kept getting stuck, and it was getting really frustrating.
With the water inching higher and higher, their frustration grows.
Sorry.
Just tell me when you're going to drop it. A little shout, something. I think we're wasting our time with this piece of wood. And I realize it's drama between you and me, but it has nothing to do with you and me. Just pissed off that we're cutting wood in surf. I'm just pissed.
With hours spent cutting wood and nothing to show for it, the seriousness of the situation is setting in.
Let's just do it.
Up in the Chitna Valley, Bernice returns from fishing to find Greg, Paul, and 100 pounds of fresh meat.
How'd salmon fishing go?
It's fun.
You got a new rug.
What? Oh my God.
Look at this thing. Look how pretty it is.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
I got a new rug.
Good job.
Thank you. This is a lot of hard work.
You got meat, right?
Yeah, I got
Not
meat.
just a rug.
Yeah, look at it.
I was so happy to see that Greg had gotten a goat. I was just, actually, I think I was really happy that he was back safe.
Hi, Bernice.
Hi,
And
Paul.
here's-
Good job.
How's the fishing?
Thanks for bringing Greg home safely.
You look like you got a heavy pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you take that off.
Please help me take this
What
off.
do you got in there?
Okay.
I got a few.
Down there and threw it in.
Good job. That's awesome.
I was so happy. I was so excited. It was really cool. But
She had 3 salmon with her, which really surprised me because she's never, I think last time she fished was 25 years ago maybe, and she got 3 big salmon. I mean, those are big fish, and I was really proud of her.
Have you ever had heart of anything?
I don't think so.
I have not.
It's kind of a hunting tradition.
Paul said it was a tradition to eat the heart, so he cooked it up for us.
That looks awesome. We haven't had anything like that in a while.
I don't think I've ever had anything like that.
And the heart, for some reason, is good to eat fresh.
I was a little bit nervous to try it, but it was really good. The texture was a little bit different, but that didn't bother me. I think maybe it'd been so long since I'd had a piece of meat that I just wasn't bothered by the texture, but it was really good.
Oh, good.
Give you lots of go power.
Got a lot of flavor to it, doesn't it?
It does.
When he cooked up the heart, I mean, I really tasted the food. Compliments to the chef.
Yeah.
I definitely have a new appreciation for the food on the table. As far as going to the butcher shop and looking at the meat, I will remember what it takes to get that meat and how hard it is. And so I will appreciate every bite a lot more, I'm sure.
There's something sacred about hunting, and 99% of people hunt goats as a trophy. You know, they're not like this is pretty critical for your next couple months here.
There's a big motivation when the hunting is serious. It's, you know, for those guys, it was the difference between the level with how they're going to live and maybe even survive.
A true hunter respects the animals more than anybody. You know, then there's people that are killers, but the killing part is the least thing of the equation. But getting to go on a stalk like we did and go along the cliff bands and push yourself a little bit, you know.
Definitely
and
pushed herself.
And then end up with something that you can eat and use, and that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
The whole experience of it is just amazing.
like Greg said, I told him he's never going to look at a pork chop the same. He said, you're not going to look at any meat the same.
For him to go out there and really give it his all and do it, it was very hard for him, and I know that he had a tough time, but I was very proud of him for doing that.
Proud of you. You did a good job.
Thank you.
As the experiment continues, everyone is pitted against the Alaska wilderness.
Are you gonna get a moose today?
That's the plan.
In an all-out battle for food,
I really don't like gutting animals.
water, and fuel. As they prepare for winter, over the next 10 weeks, the days will get darker and the temperatures will get colder.
-14.
As bodies and minds
Maybe we shouldn't have done this.
are pushed beyond their breaking points.
You hear this slurring?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bonk soon.
The Alaska experiment
There's no visibility. There's been a whiteout.
is just getting started.
This is ridiculous.